Right, I think we're going here. Good, good. Hi, everybody. This is Dave. That's me. I've got an update to my Dave Gets a Life project on October 11th, 2021. So, welcome and nice to see you back. I'm continuing to pursue my goal of growing up by sticking as much as I can with my Have a Good Day formula. As can be expected, some days are better than others. I had a string of not optimal days this week that I think might have been diet related actually. It's also possible that I'm somewhere on the bipolar manic depression spectrum and that this has been manifesting as a downturn in terms of mood and motivation. It's been a little over 17 days since I quit smoking, but it continues to be a monkey on my back. I find myself occasionally bumming a smoke off a neighbor or a friend here or there. Nothing that feels like falling off the wagon, but it's also delay in putting this stupid habit entirely in the rearview mirror. But given that my overall mood has been a little shitty lately, I think I can pat myself on the back anyways for not relapsing entirely. I feel like I'm getting on somewhat permanent footing with my morning routine, which now includes a splash of cold water, some hydration, 20 minutes of Tai Chi, 5 to 10 minutes of weightlifting, half-hour walk. My sleep hasn't been so great, so I'm looking at ways to better it. Last Friday I had a surgery to have a face cancer removed. That was a procedure which was relatively painless, but it's sort of disturbing. I'm recovering nicely from that, but it contributed to me having a couple of slow down days. One thing I am really noticing is the huge impact diet seems to have on my overall mood and energy levels. So I'm planning to really tighten up some of that stuff and double down in particular on omega-3 rich foods as a hedge against depression and as a boost to my brain power. I'm gradually developing an appreciation of salmon and sardines, which are both affordable protein sources, very rich in the right kinds of omega-3s. It was my sister-in-law who pointed me at some great information about this, and I'll include that in the links for this video. I should also mention, I guess, that I feel like the world is continuing to go crazy, and that certainly hits me harder some days than others. I think it will be important for me to reflect on how much time I spend thinking about that sort of stuff. I also am making a half-assed attempt to be more mindful about time spent on social media and using devices that are designed to screw with my dopamine supply. I think maybe I need to consider prioritizing this, get into a more focused, low distraction state, spend some quality time with paperback books in the park, that sort of thing. Alright, well, I thought I'd spend the rest of this video summarizing some information related to a topic that's been sort of foundational to the mindset I've spent the last couple of months trying to establish as a matter of habit. So again, I'll include pertinent links below so you can read up about this further. I want to talk a bit about psychologist Carol Dweck's fixed versus growth mindset. As people like my neuroscience guru Dr. Huberman have pointed out, what this really is a way of framing things that optimizes your use of your dopamine system, which is what controls motivation, focus, and your ability to push through effort. So now in essence the idea is this: a fixed mindset assumes that our character, intelligence, and creative ability are static givens which we can't change in any meaningful way, and success is the affirmation of that inherent intelligence, an assessment of how those givens measure up against an equally fixed standard. So striving for success and avoiding failure at all costs becomes a way of maintaining the sense of being smart or skilled. A growth mindset, on the other hand, thrives on challenge and sees failure not as evidence of unintelligence, but as a heartening springboard for growth and for stretching our existing abilities. So, all right, so here are some things to keep in mind comparing fixed and growth mindsets. Fixed mindsets see intelligence as static, leading to a desire to look smart. Growth mindsets see that intelligence can be developed, which leads to a desire to learn. So from this, it proceeds that fixed mindset people have a tendency to avoid challenges, give up easily, see effort as fruitless or worse, ignore useful negative feedback, and feel threatened by the success of others. All right. Now, growth mindset people, on the other hand, tend to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as the path to mastery, learn from criticism, and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. At the heart of what makes the growth mindset so winsome, Dweck found, is that it creates a passion for learning rather than a hunger for approval. Its hallmark is the conviction that human qualities like intelligence and creativity, and even relational capacities like love and friendship, can be cultivated through effort and deliberate practice. Not only are people with this mindset not discouraged by failure, but they don't actually see themselves as failing in those situations. They see themselves as learning. One of the most striking things she's written on the topic, in my opinion, is the following. When you enter a mindset, you enter a new world. In one world, the world of fixed traits, success is about proving you're smart or talented, validating yourself. In the other, the world of changing qualities, it's about stretching yourself to learn something new, developing yourself. In one world, failure is about having a setback, getting a bad grade, losing a tournament, getting fired, getting rejected. It means you're not smart or talented. In the other world, failure is about not growing, not reaching for the things you value. It means you're not fulfilling your potential. In one world, effort is a bad thing. Like failure, means you're not smart or talented. If you were, you wouldn't need effort. In the other world, effort is what makes you smart or talented. End quote. Now, reading this over as I'm making my notes about it, it's really impressed on me how much it seemingly encapsulates the whole of my struggle to remake myself. This self-improvement project of mine is really very much an effort to switch mindsets. I've been in the fixed mindset for a good chunk of my life, and I find it's not working out so well for me. So a couple of months of attempting to see things from the other perspective, and now I feel like I've had two of the best months of my life. That seems worthwhile, doesn't it? All right, so I'd encourage anyone watching this to dive into this topic deeper if they have curiosity about it. I think I've probably said enough on the topic in summary to convey an idea of what the potential benefits are, or at least what they've been for me. I'll be back in a week or so with another update and to share more of my findings as I read up about positive psychology tools for better living. Meanwhile, I hope you all have a great day. Namaste, and be the change you want to see in the world. Bye for now.